Rich Auntie Tarot here, right? Rich Auntie vibes going on today. So I haven't started shuffling. This was at the bottom of the deck, and then underneath that was the Emperor, and then like one of the cards kind of slid from underneath the deck, and it's the Queen of Swords. I don't know what this reading is going to be about. I don't have a channeled message. I was just guided to do a reading. And so I'm doing my best to be obedient. And I was supposed to do it hours ago, and I kept putting it off. And this deck is actually a new deck because my other cards are in storage right now. So I'm actually going to use the little booklet that came with it. And I'm going to cut the cards and let's see what comes out. And here's the little booklet. Here's the box it came in. And the other box it came in. So that box came inside that box. All right, let's see what comes out. What is the overall message for today? What do we need to know today? Some of these messages may be for you, some may not. This is the first card out. The Hangman in reverse. You may feel like something is not coming in as quickly as you would like for it to. And it's funny, I just finished watching a video about delays. So like I said, I'm going to read from this booklet today. It could be money, it could be a relationship, it could be that job you applied for, it could be your business growing. So again, this is in reverse. So I'm just going to read the description from the book. It says, reverse, the hangman suggests delays and a standstill due to resistance. I watched another video earlier, and I was on my way to the store. I walked to the store, and one of the things I said is, I am receiving without resistance. So I am releasing all resistance. So perhaps this message is for you. The money's not coming in, the relationship's not coming in, the job's not coming in, the business is not growing because you still have some type of resistance within your being. It indicates stalling, indecision. Also watch the video about indecision. Posted something on my TikTok about indecision. I think it was a scripture. And I'm not really religious, but I am spiritual, and so I do use certain scriptures as a point of reference because that's what they're supposed to be for, to help you through certain situations or challenges that you have. It's not meant to be um, what is that word I'm looking for? They're parables. So you take the meaning that, you need to apply to your situation. But it's not like direct. I can't think of the word right now. Anyway, but yeah, in order for you to move forward, you have to decide. And you have to be clear. A lot of times we're asking for the things that we want, but we're not clear. We're not making a strong, solid decision, and we're not moving in that direction, right? So, what's that other word? And I wrote about decision making. I'm not going to say what it is, but I have made the decision to. 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 Um, and so this is me being more direct, but the word is, I just wrote it earlier when I was doing my work. I call it my work when I'm doing my spiritual stuff. The word is specific. I don't know why it wasn't coming to me. You have to be specific and you have to be clear and you have to decide what you actually want to do. Once you make that decision, then you move forward towards it, right? It says um, it indicates stalling, indecision, and a fear of sacrifice. So sometimes you have to be willing to give up something, and it could be anything. It could be any person, place, or thing. And yes, I said person. It could be that relative. It could be that spouse. It could be that child, even, right? Because, you know, everybody in our life is not there for a good purpose. Some people, even our children, they're karmic, right? They're karmic. They were meant to be in our life to give us a hard time. I know I used to work with a lady who her kids, her son, she had two boys, and they always gave her such a hard time, and she just dealt with it. And one of the things that I decided, I'm not going to deal with that. I can still distance myself from this relationship for my own peace of mind. So again, whether it be a job, whether it be an old car that's been giving you trouble, and you feel like this is an old faithful car, or somebody in your family gave it to you, whatever it is, you may need to release it and let it go because it's blocking the flow of you moving forward and getting what you've been asking for. This card warns a lack this card warns of a lack of control, highlighting the need to release and move forward. I pretty much just said that. Okay, so that's the first card out. Something is being delayed because there's some things that you need to let go of and allow to come in. So it's delays, standstills, resistance, stalling, indecision, fear of sacrifice, and lack of control. The hangman is ruled by Neptune. It is a water sign. So this represents emotion. So emotionally, you're still holding on to some things that are not serving a good purpose in your life. Or you could be a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Um, or again, you could just be in a very emotional state right now. This card is number 12, which 1 plus 2 is 3, um, which is all about communication and creativity. So there may be someone that you need to communicate with. Maybe there's someone you need to apologize to, and you're being stubborn and holding back that apology, and that apology may open up the floodgates for your money to flow in. Let's see what else. And even if you don't apologize directly to that person, there is the Ho'oponopono prayer. You put your hand over your heart, you close your eyes, and you imagine a green light surrounding you. And you picture that person's face in your mind and say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. even if that person didn't do anything to you, just so that you can release that energy. And again, open up your heart. Tonight is the Venus um, Venus enters Cancer. So this is a great time for you to work on healing your heart chakra, healing your heart, opening your heart so that you can receive love. Let go of the fear of love. This may be something else that you're holding on to. Some people are afraid to love. A lot of us have been hurt, and I'm talking to myself when I say this. A lot of us have been hurt, and we don't want to allow anyone else in because we don't want to be hurt again. Because a lot of people are deceptive. They will betray you. They have no integrity. They have no respect. They just have an agenda. And a lot of times their agenda is to use you for whatever they want to use you for. But not everybody is like that. If you're not like that, that means everybody's not like that. So you have to take that into consideration that everybody's not the same. And you just have to find that one right person for you, right? Or you have to meet that one right person, but you have to make yourself available. If you're emotionally closed off and distant, you're going to meet somebody who's emotionally closed off and distant, and they're going to bring you that same type of energy. So you have to open up your heart and be open to love, and so that you can receive the love that you want. So three cards came out, it looks like. Right? Yeah, this is, you're afraid to make the wrong decision again. Um, and this is the eight of cups in reverse. So it says trying one more time, indecision again is coming up, aimless drifting, avoidance, fear of change, and fear of loss. Pretty much some of the same things I said. This is another water sign. This is Pisces. Um, and eight is manifestations. Eight is also wealth and power, right? So again, if it's money, you're not getting that money because you're not making the right decision, or you're holding on to something that does not serve a good purpose in your life, whether it be that apology or fear, right? And a lot of times it is fear, right? So I'm going to read the card for the Eight of Cups. Okay, Eight of Cups reverse. So reverse, it reveals hesitation to fully let go, marked by indecision or fear of what's ahead. It suggests a reluctance to face change, preferring the comfort of the familiar, even when it no longer serves growth or happiness. I pretty much just said that. So, a lot of us tarot card readers who are tapped in and spiritual, we don't make it up, right? Whatever energy needs to come out, it comes out in the cards, right? You have to be spiritually tapped in, though. There are some readers who are not spiritually tapped in, and they're just faking the funk, and it is what it is. They're just using people for money. But those of us who are tapped in, what we say, we're not making it up. It's coming out in the cards. Whatever message you need to hear, it's coming out in the cards. Now, all the messages may not be for you, but some of the messages are for you. All of the messages this whole entire message may be for you. I don't know. We'll see what continues to come out. We also have the World in reverse. So now you have two major arcanas out here in the reverse. This is seeking personal closure, shortcuts, delays, no closure, incompletion. You're not receiving the world that you want. You're not living in the world that you want. You're getting the opposite of what you want because, again, you're holding on to things that don't serve a good purpose in your life. The World is Saturn energy. Um, it's an earth sign, and earth represents stability. It's your money, it's your home, it's your. And the 21 is out here again. The other one was 12, this one is 21. Again, so it's another 3, which is about community, optimism, and joy. So you probably should be living, in community. Maybe you're isolating yourself and you're not surrounding yourself by people like you're supposed to. Living in community. Let's see what the world is like the last major arcana as well. And again, so we have already three cards out here in the reverse. When reversed, the world suggests unfinished journey. It points to the need for personal closure or the presence of delays. This card warns against taking shortcuts and speaks to a sense of incompletion, urging patience and perseverance. So again, it points to the need for personal closure. The Ho'oponopono prayer is going to give you personal closure. You may not get that apology from that person that you want that apology for. You may not get that changed behavior from that person that you want it from. But you can find it within yourself. Even if you didn't do anything wrong, you need to heal within yourself. Hold on, y'all. I need to use the restroom. So the fact that I needed to use the restroom in the middle of this reading means that you probably need to do your own personal um, healing and detoxing. Maybe somebody needs to do a cleanse. Maybe somebody needs a colonic. And again, you need to do some spiritual work to heal, and so you can move forward. Writing things down is a good way. Um, that Ho'oponopono prayer is another good way. Okay, once you so this is the other card that came out, and it is in the upright. Well, once you start to do your work, you will see different changes go on in your life. Now the sun is, you know, letting you know like the sun will come out tomorrow, right? I like to think of it that way. Things will get better. Um, so it says the sun is a card of positivity, pleasure, happiness, vitality, fun, joy, warmth, celebration, success, rebirth, and a knowing that all is well. It's the number 19, which 9 plus 1 is 10, which is a 1. 1 is leadership, new beginnings, right? This says the number for new beginnings and success. I basically just said that. It's a fire sign. It's the sun, the planet of the sun. So um, let's see what the book says. So we have three major arcana cards out here. So reversed. Oh, so it's sorry. This one is in the upright. My bad. The sun radiates positivity and joy, symbolizing happiness, vitality, and success. It represents warmth, fun, and celebration, suggesting a time of pleasure and rebirth. This card embodies the essence of all is well, signifying joyous achievements. So, once you do your healing and your cleansing, you're going to find joy. Again, that Ho'oponopono prayer is great. You can do that for every person that you feel like has ever hurt you. Just close your eyes, picture their face, put your hand over your heart, and recite the Ho'oponopono prayer. Do it at least 5 times for each person. If you cry, allow yourself to cry. Whatever you're feeling, whatever you're thinking, write it down if you need to. Afterwards, you can dig up some dirt buried in the backyard, or you can burn it. Right? Release that energy. Let it go. It's not serving you. It's holding you back. It's holding back your money. It's holding back your opportunities. It's holding back love. Let's clarify the hangman in reverse. This is just your rich auntie giving you some advice, honey. Look at here. Okay? The 9 of Pentacles. Yes. Once you get out of this hangman energy, right? Because right now you're probably all in your head thinking thoughts that don't serve a good purpose in your life. Get out of there. Come from up there. Come on down to earth, right? And stop making assumptions. Oh, this person probably this, or this person probably that. No, you probably chose the wrong person. and you allowed them to stay in your life for too long. You knew who they were when you met them, and you gave them the benefit of the doubt because you thought you were being nice. Stop it. Stop being that person. Or you feel like, oh, nobody ever supports me. Nobody, nobody's going to like my stuff. Nobody's going to like my this. I charge too much money. I don't, whatever you're thinking about your business, even. Stop it. Stop thinking negative thoughts. Stop being pessimistic. Think optimistic thoughts, and good things will come to you. You're not manifesting or attracting it because of the thoughts that are going through your mind. But as soon as you change those thoughts, you'll start to see the fruits of your labor, right? Good things will you'll get luxury. 10 is like the ultimate joy and happiness in terms of wealth. And Pentacles, again, this is wealth. This is your home. This is stability. Maybe you also need to ground yourself. Go outside barefoot, right? Burn some sage or some Palo Santo, right? And then you'll get both earth and fire energy. Put a glass of water next to it. Now you have that water energy with it, right? And do your breath work. Now you'll have that air element. And you can do simple breath work. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it for 9 seconds. This is 9. Hold it for 9 seconds, slowly release it. You can even release it on the count of 9. This is strength, compassion, completion, optimism, and suffering. Earth energy, Virgo, more specifically, this is Virgo energy. And Virgo, is the Virgin, so this is why the lady is in the picture. Now we have the Five of Swords in reverse. There may have been some attacks against you. A lot of us are going through spiritual warfare right now, right? It could be an old lover. It could be a relative. It could be even a coworker, somebody at work that does spell work that just doesn't like you. If you work in customer service or with the public, it could be somebody that came in and, they were just evil anyway, and they didn't like the way you looked, so they decided they were gonna, wish some bad things on you, or, put your name under a candle, or whatever it is that they did. Whatever dark magic they may have done, because they're just like that. You never know. Right? And I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but just because you don't believe in it doesn't mean that it's not true. Now, not giving it energy gives it less power, right? And then you can always protect yourself. You can protect yourself with things like black tourmaline. You can protect yourself by cleansing your energy with salt, putting salt in the corners of your home, burning sage, burning Palo Santo, cleansing yourself with Florida water. Whatever it is that you decide to do to cleanse and purify your energy, you may need to do that. This could also be past resentment. Again, you could be holding on to something that somebody did or said to you, and now it's blocking love from coming in for you, or blocking whatever relationship or business even, or money. Right? When you're holding on to things that don't serve a good purpose, it blocks other things because it gets stuck in your body. And we need things to flow. You may desire reconciliation. Again, you may not get it from the person that you want it from, but you can give it to yourself. Ho'oponopono prayer. Making amends and desire to forgive. So now let's go ahead and read the Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles in the upright. Ten of Pentacles represents the culmination of financial success and stability. It signifies enduring wealth, the importance of family and legacy, and the rewards of long-term efforts and combinations and contributions to one's community. Hold on, somebody's knocking. Okay, again, another interruption. That could be opportunity knocking. Right? Yep, so Um, so that was the Nine of Pentacles. Let's go ahead and read the Five of Swords in reverse. I like it when it comes with a little booklet because I like to read them sometimes. Sometimes you get different insight, different perspective, because they use slightly different words, or it may say things that you don't normally say. I love my Hoodoo Tarot book. Um, okay. Five of Swords in reverse. In reversal, this card suggests a shift towards reconciliation. It indicates a willingness to address past grievances, highlighting a desire for forgiveness and the healing of old wounds, making a path towards making amends. Again, if you can't get it from that person, give it to yourself. Ho'oponopono prayer, writing it down, burn it, burying it in the backyard, just releasing that energy out, into the universe so that you're no longer holding on to it in the body. Um, or maybe you need to apologize to somebody. Because again, maybe it's you that's holding on to some type of resentment or animosity. Okay, this is Aquarius energy. It's the number five. Fives change, right? Instability, exaggeration, overexertion, strife, changes, freedom, and loss. So maybe you experienced those things in the past. Maybe you feel like you're experiencing those things now, but a change is coming, and you need to facilitate that change by working on yourself, focusing on yourself, and not what you feel like somebody did or said to you that made you mad and pissed you off and all of this other kind of stuff. Let that go. Okay, let's clarify this Five of Swords in the reverse. And swords have to do with communication too, and it's fast. Like whatever change you need to make, you can make it quickly. You just have to start doing the work. Right? Okay, this is the Death card in reverse now. Resistance to change, right? You don't want to make those changes. You're probably being stubborn, like I said earlier, but you need to make those changes. It's not for you. I mean, it's not for the other person. It's for you. It's to benefit you. This is fear and change. I've been talking about fear since we started. Holding on, stagnation, decay, and personal transformation. That's what you need, a personal transformation. You need to stop blaming, shaming, guilting other people, manipulating other people. Work on yourself. This is Scorpio energy, a water sign. It's the number 13, which 1 plus 3 is 4, and it's about control and organization. And, you know, Scorpios can sometimes be out of control. Their mouth can be out of control. Their sexual behavior can be out of control sometimes. And this is about you getting that back. Right? Again, it's you working on yourself. Maybe you're not attracting love because of some of your behaviors. Maybe you're not attracting that job because of some of your behaviors. Maybe you're not attracting that wealth because of some of your behaviors. So let's go ahead and read all these major arcana cards out here. Death card in reverse. It indicates a resistance to change and a fear of the new. It suggests holding on to the past, leading to stagnation and decay. This card underscores the importance of embracing personal transformation for progress. The Magician is here in reverse. Another major arcana. This is manipulation. I just got finished talking about that. Right? Almost everything that I'm saying out of my mouth, the cards are confirming. This is poor planning, untapped talents, insecure, lack of confidence, and narcissism. Again, you're holding yourself back with your thoughts. Nobody else is doing it. You have to change your thoughts in order to change your life. And the Magician is the number one card. The full card is 0. The Magician is number one. In the reverse, it signifies the realization of personal power and. Sorry, I was reading the upright. Excuse me. When reversed, the Magician warns of manipulation, misused talents. It suggests insecurity, lack of confidence, and poor planning. This card indicates unutilized abilities and a tendency towards narcissistic behaviors. So, the Magician in the upright is basically saying that you have everything you need inside of you, right? So it's the sword, the wand, the cup, and the pentacle, right? In the reverse, though, you may feel like you don't have everything you need inside of you, but you actually do. And I just realized this shape is kind of like a pencil on my dress. But you may feel like you don't have everything inside of you, but you do. But you cannot manipulate other people to get what you want. That's like a form of bullying. You need to heal yourself so that you're no longer narcissistic. And everybody has some narcissistic traits, but if you have like all of them, you are not supposed to diagnose people, but you're basically you have like narcissistic traits. So you show up as a narcissist. And a lot of times people want to stay away from you. So you may be pushing someone away from you and you feel like people should be praising you, but you're not giving them a reason to. Because people don't want to be around a narcissist. They do their best to stay away. So if you have a spouse, they might be working later hours or hanging out, or in another room because they just don't want to be around you. You're causing that. So instead of getting mad at that person, you should be healing yourself, working on yourself because nobody else is doing this. Whatever help, usually all of these things stem from childhood. Whatever happened to you as a child, stop taking it out on other people. If you didn't get enough attention as a child, you need to heal that and stop trying to get attention. A lot of times people do bad things or negative things just to get attention, whether they realize it or not. That's not good. I had someone at work do that to me the other day, and it's like, really? Like, I can't give you the attention you want. There are other people who get my attention. It's for a good thing because people like my attention. When you have a, a, a delightful aura, when you're a chosen one, whatever it is that you want to call it, right? People gravitate towards you. Even when you're an empath, people gravitate toward you and they try to get your attention. And some people try to get your attention by any means necessary. So that if that means having negative behavior, then they will do that. It's no different from a child having a temper tantrum. A lot of adults have adult temper tantrums. And again, some don't realize that that's what they're doing. Okay, let's clarify the Magician in the reverse. Too many. That's what came out on top, the 7 of Wands in reverse. So there may have been a time where you felt like you had to defend yourself. There's still too many. This is King of Pentacles in reverse. 3 of Wands in reverse. King of Wands in reverse. And the Strength card in reverse. Too many. Please show me one card that clarifies why we have the Magician out here in the reverse. Although we already know. There's some fear. There's some manipulation. 2 of Cups. All right. You need to move away from karma waters, but you're not. Maybe you're constantly arguing with somebody, whether you're starting an argument or not. And I said earlier, you may need to end a relationship, whether it be a relative, a spouse, a child. You're finding yourself in a toxic environment and you need to move away from it, but you're not. You're just staying there dealing with it. That's not good. This is personal transition. Again, this whole reading has been about that. You need to work on your healing. You need to cleanse. You need to detox. This is all about you. This is, again, Aquarius energy. Resistance to change, unfinished business, emotional baggage. An air sign. This is a number 6. Movement, balance, solutions, harmony, healing, and empathy. This is what you need to give yourself, some empathy. You need to heal so you can have harmony. You need to find solutions, have emotional balance, and move. Maybe this is a physical move, it could be an emotional move. But you need to start getting whatever it is, you need to get started. Basically, if you stay stagnant, the energy is going to stay stagnant. That person, the situation, that person, place, or thing is going to be stagnant. When you move, it'll move. Six of Wands reverse. I'm sorry, Six of Swords. Six of Swords reversed. This card suggests internal resistance to necessary change, indicating lingering issues or emotional burdens. It calls for addressing unresolved matters to fully embrace the journey ahead. I think we got the message. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups in reverse. Oh, this one flipped over. That card just wanted to come out. It's the Seven of Wands, and it came back out in the reverse. Exhaustion, giving up, destroyed confidence, overwhelmed, and overly protective. Um, if you have a spouse and you're jealous, you don't need to be overprotective. Your spouse is probably not doing nothing. You're just accusing them because of your own insecurities. Again, you need to work on yourself. Don't give up. It may seem like, again, your business is not working out for you, the relationship is not working out for you, or that you're stuck in a relationship and you have to deal with it, and you don't. Again, even if this is your child, you don't have to deal with their bad behavior. And that's just the bottom line. You can distance yourself. Whether you distance yourself temporarily or permanently is up to you. It depends on how bad the situation is. Seven of Wands in reverse. This card reflects feelings of being overwhelmed and succumbing to exhaustion. It signals a loss of confidence and the urge to give up, suggesting the need to reassess one's stance and possibly to become less defensive. Yeah, you have your guard up. And so, again, you're not allowing love to come in. Also, you may feel like you have to go hard in a certain situation, and and you're feeling overwhelmed and you're feeling tired, right? There was a young lady in, I think, Nashville, Tennessee, who had a restaurant. It was Kita's Cuisine, if I'm not mistaken. And she went on social media and she said, "I'm tired. I just need some rest." And because she felt it so deeply, she went to sleep and never woke up. Right? Whatever you feel deeply is going to happen. A lot of times, we don't realize how powerful our words are. And we actually speak things into existence because our words hold power. And when you say something with such conviction and emotion, a lot of times it happens, whether it's good or not so good. Right? When you sit there and say, "I really want some money to be in my bank account today," and you just keep saying it like, "Why is this not happening? Why is my business not growing?" And you're really passionate about it, like, "I really mean this, damn it. Where's my money?" It comes to you. Everything always works out. You have to trust it. You have to know it. You have to know and trust and walk with confidence. You may have felt like you were stuck at one point, but these are self-imposed. These are self-limiting beliefs. Like, again, If during your childhood you were told that money doesn't grow on trees, in your subconscious mind you still believe that. This is one of the reasons why you're not moving forward. It's your inner critic. Again, if that relationship is not working out, what is it that you can do better? Or do you need to just completely remove yourself from the relationship? Release negative thoughts, opening to new perspectives, self acceptance, and freedom. You can free yourself from this mindset. Swords is Gemini. I mean, this is the Eight of Swords is Gemini energy. It's manifestation, practicality, skill, absolute decisions, business, and the ego. So you can manifest what you want. Let go of those self-limiting beliefs. Let's go to Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords in reverse. This card indicates a shift towards liberation from self-limiting beliefs. It suggests a journey of releasing negative thought patterns, embracing self-acceptance, and opening up to new, freeing perspectives. Here we have the Queen of Cups. This is Cancer energy. It could also be a Gemini. This is water. Well, again, emotions. Um, Queen of Cups. And see how she's surrounded by like, those are like pebbles or rocks. But during ancient times, those would have been like coins. People exchanged. They could even be gemstones. And people would have exchanged those. And then she has her fancy cup. You know what I'm saying? She's she's in her um, enlightened energy. She's on the side of righteousness. Like she's in control of her emotions. And you could be a male or female because tarot doesn't have a gender. Um, so this is compassion, right? Even if somebody did something for you, that's what the Ho'oponopono prayer is all about. You still have compassion even though you weren't the one who were wrong. You're having compassion for that person, so you forgiving that person and moving on will help you. Because that's what this is all about. You. I don't know if you can hear my fan, but I need that fan, honey. This is in someone who's nurturing. This is comfort. This is calm. This is healing. This is emotional stability. This is using your intuition. This is caring, right? So, Queen of Cups. Let's see. It says the Queen of Cups embodies the essence of compassion and emotional stability. She offers comfort and nurturing, acting as a beacon of healing and care. Her intuitive nature allows for deep connections, reflecting a serene, caring presence. So once you do the work that you need to do, you will get that caring, compassionate consideration that you want out of a relationship. Um, those deep connections. You'll get that deep connection and not just these surface level ones that don't serve a good purpose. All right, let's clarify the world in reverse. There you go, King of Pentacles. Your King of Pentacles will come and give you the world, right? Again, male or female. This is wealth, business, leadership, security, discipline, abundance, prosperity, and generosity. This is a Leo or Virgo, a fire or earth sign. Again, pentacles are stability, home, money. When reversed, oh, sorry, it's not reversed. The King of Pentacles signifies the pentacle of wealth and business acumen. He embodies secure leadership, discipline management, and the ability to generate prosperity. His generosity reflects his abundant mindset and success. And remember that sun, let me show you the cards. Ooh, my microphone fell. The sun is right here. Here's your King of Pentacles. So it's basically next to the sun. So the sun will come out. You have to do that healing. And again, this healing can take place very quickly. Swords and wands is fast energy. Swords is like days, weeks. Um, wands is like months. It could be weeks too, but it's months. It's fast, but not as fast. Whereas like cups and pentacles, those take longer. Like pentacles it could be years. Um, but as soon as you start doing the work, it's going to happen for you quickly. You just have to get started. Okay? Let's get the final word. I'll go ahead and take all of these. You have the King of Swords, um, head over heart decision, discipline, truthful, honest, mental. So this is someone who is in their head that communicates though. This is what you want. This is what you need. This is Taurus or Gemini energy. So you could be a Taurus. They could be a Taurus. But you're going to meet your King of Swords. And they're going to come in with clear communication and let you know, okay, let's have this good relationship. Or that business is going to come. Then you may even start a business with your King of Pentacles. Again, this could be male or female. Um, you may have felt like you could do it all in the past, but it was a heavy burden for you. You can't do it all. You need help. So maybe you need this King of Swords to come in and help you. And you should allow that help to come in. You shouldn't try to carry this burden all by yourself. You need to be able to delegate responsibility. So in your business or even in a relationship, this person may come to help you out. Again, whether you're male or female, this person may help you grocery shop, or help you do things for the business, or give you ideas for the business. Um, this is release. So let it go. Stop overstressing yourself and burning yourself out. This is judgment. um, Rebirth, inner calling. You're called to do whatever it is that you're passionate about, and again, it's going to help you and it's going to help other people. Um, this is the new phase of your life, so you're starting a new journey. That's why you need to move, right? Again, whether it's a physical move or a mental and emotional move toward healing and cleansing and detoxing. Um, this is your awakening. This reading could be an awakening. This could be confirmation for you, clarification for you. This is forgiveness, and it is mercy. Again, the Ho'oponopono prayer. I hope that this was helpful. As always, I love y'all, and this is your Wrench Auntie giving you a good vibe, honey, to change your life. Change your thoughts, change your life. Start meditating, start cleansing, start manifesting the things that you want, and stop holding yourself back because of fear. Love y'all.